Liberty football has hit the offseason here in Lynchburg, and here to recap some of 2015, head coach Turner Gill. And Coach, it's been a couple of weeks since we caught up with you after the great win over Coastal Carolina. Springboard into winter conditioning. Take us back through that ball game and why it was so special for your team.
Well, especially because our fans were fantastic. They were great. They were there the whole time. That was a true 4 quarters of fury, and I want to say I appreciate our fans. It was an exciting night and great for everybody in the country to see what our fans are about. Then it's also for our seniors. They have done a lot of great things here at this university. Off the field there, the community service. A lot of them guys had graduated already. I think 6, 7 of them out of the 17 that were participating in it. It was a great deal there by really that last throw as far as for Josh Woodard to make that great throw there, and B.J. Farrell, a young guy, making sure that he got in the end zone there. So that was one of those runs I will not be denied. That's kind of what that kind of run was, and so it was a great accomplishment. It was fantastic just because it was great to end the season in a great way, and obviously against your rival opponent, Coastal Carolina.
We have winter conditioning coming up, signing day in early February. The coaches had a little bit of a break after the Coastal game, and now you guys have hit the road again. So take me through the next 6, 7 weeks and what you'll be doing.
Well, the next 6, 7 weeks there, we're going to be on the board. We're looking at a lot of names. We're looking at a lot of characteristic traits, academic information. We're going to be watching a lot of video and seeing we can get the best guys in the country to come to Liberty University. So we'll be traveling all over the country and getting the best people that God is going to allow us to have.
How about meeting with the kids individually? When do you like to do that after a season to kind of set their goals for the next year?
You're talking about our own guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I meet with them right after the season. I guess by last week there. 3 days when I go through 100 guys, so it takes about 3 days to go through every guy. So I give them all about 15 minutes. Yep. We talk a lot about the things that have accomplished, the things that they need to get accomplished as far as we go into spring football practice. And it's a lot of fun. I get a chance to talk with them and some deeper issues. Sometimes we talk about some things personally. And they get a chance to know that they're going to be with the head football coach there for 15 minutes. Sometimes it'll be a little bit longer. Sometimes it might be just a little bit shorter. But I enjoy that time because it's a great time for me to get to know them in a deeper way. And it's just one-on-one. It's talking about football, but it's more talking about some of the personal things about that's going on in their lives along with the academics.
First time in 4 years, you'll have a new signal caller under center. When do you start focusing on that? And not who it's going to be, a long time before we decide that, but that's going to be a focal point of this offense here in 2016.
Well, yeah, I'm obviously leading into it. Stephon Masha going to get the first opportunity to be the guy and all that. So we'll be putting together some good game plans and trying to figure out what we need to do to have this offense moving well. There'll be a few little tweaks in there just because of some of his athletic ability and skills are a little bit different than what Josh. Josh could do some of the things that Stephon can do and vice versa. But we now just need to look at it a little bit more deeper and seeing also the other people surrounding him. So it's not just it is the quarterback per se, but it's also the other positions that we have coming back. So it's going to be an exciting time. We look forward to trying to put together the right stuff to be successful in 2016.
It'll be a different backfield as well. When you go back and look at 2015, again, still early and whatnot after the season before next year, but the running game, pinpoint what you think kind of were the hiccups in that and what you would like to see improve in that.
Well, I just think it was inconsistent in our offensive line play. I think a little bit, too, was also our tight end. We were a little bit thin in the tight end position. There was times where we didn't have – obviously, we lost Kendall Kuhlman there early on. Will Johnson, he was inconsistent in and out of games, going back and forth with him. And then Cannon Smith and Tyler Meeks, guys at there. And then you saw us every once in a while. We ended up moving some offensive linemen, playing some tight end there. We had Greg Story a little bit. Ben Fiordelise was in there some. So at that time, they were a little bit shorthanded. So I think a lot of it has to do a little bit of personnel and a little bit with the offensive line. We did lose Lucas Holders, too, in there and made a few little things. But we did have good running backs. We lost DJ Abnar. I mean, don't mean to be going on. We lost this guy and lost that guy. Yeah. But, again, we still should have been able to run the ball a little bit better than what we showed. But sometimes you have those kind of years.
And you still end the season above 500, which is not the standard, but it beats the alternative. Defensively, lose a couple of key players, but a lot of horses in that stable coming back. So how optimistic are you for a great defense coming up?
Well, definitely excited about that. We got a lot of guys with a lot of experience. We got guys that can make plays. I think we got, I think 9 guys really coming back. Chima and O'Grady is the way I would say those 2 people are really the 2 guys we won't have back in the deal, but everybody else will be ready to go. Jawan Wells came and filled in a great spot there, and Aaron DeSources, so probably be him on one side and Urban on the other side. So I feel good about the depth. I feel good about obviously what their defensive people are doing, and it's going to be an exciting year.
And from a kicking perspective, you get 2/3 of the crew back when you look at your punter and your snapper, but you'll have a void right there with John Lunsford not coming back after he graduates. So thoughts on that?
We're going to find out that we're going to miss him and tell you that, kicking the ball out of the end zone. We probably kind of took that for granted. Probably 90% of the time the ball's kicked out of the end zone, and we're going to miss that. But we have a young person coming in, and I think he's going to be a talented person, and we'll have somebody ready to go, and our fans will be ready for that.
All right, Coach, look forward to it. Spring ball be before we know it.
You know that, right? To God be the glory. Thank you.
That's head coach Turner Gill. Stay tuned for more Liberty football coverage right here at libertyflames.com.